These are fast zombies. So, Army of the Dead is a 2021 zombie sci-fi action heist thriller starring Dave Bautista and directed by Zack Snyder and shot by Zack Snyder. So before I go any further, I know even the mention of Zack can cause extreme reactions. There are those out there that think he can do no wrong and others out there that think he can't make anything good. Well, I'm neither. I'm right in the middle. I like some of his movies and I don't like others. Movies of his that I actually really like: Dawn of the Dead remake, probably my favorite of his if I'm honest. 300 is pretty good, and I actually have always had a soft spot for Man of Steel. Then the other ones, like, I think Batman vs Superman is grand, it's fine. I don't love it, I don't hate it. I think everyone is good in it. I really like Ben Affleck's Batman. I just think it's unfortunate he never really got a proper shot at it. By the way, when I said I liked everyone in it, Jesse Eisenberg's Lex, I could leave. And then there are those of his I'm just pretty meh on, and that's Watchmen. I'm sorry, I know a lot of you love it. I find it boring. And Sucker Punch. But I do reserve the right that I think Sucker Punch is fine, grand, if you just look at it as one big, really visual music video. It's got some pretty good music in it. I love the Army of One sequence. Back to Army of the Dead. The plot is really over the top, but I love that kind of thing. After something goes wrong with a secret military transport, there's a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas. This actually has a pretty good pre-credit sequence, which includes a scene straight out of American Werewolf in London. Then during the credits, we almost see an entire movie happen, all done to the song Viva Las Vegas. We see Dave Bautista and his band of merry badasses just killing lots of zombies and having different adventures. We see the outbreak beginning in Las Vegas. We see the zombies being bombed. We're even introduced to one of Dave Bautista's people, this woman, and her search for her daughter. And I actually, even though it was only a few minutes long and we never even hear her speak, I grew to care a little bit about her. And it was a pretty grim ending to it all. We even see them rescue the Secretary of Defense. The credit sequence ends with Las Vegas being walled off using containers. Pretty good idea. Cut to a few months or years later, I'm not sure if we're told, and Dave Bautista's Scott is flipping burgers in a diner. With just 96 hours before Las Vegas is nuked, an owner of one of the casinos asks Scott to put together his band of badasses and go back into Vegas and steal 200 million out of the vault of this casino, which he can keep 50 of to split between him and his team. I thought Bautista was a good lead, and I look forward to seeing him trying more of this kind of thing. The movie doesn't take itself seriously at all. It's got entire scenes and beats that are taken from other movies, and it doesn't hide the fact that it is. It's all done a little bit, I don't know, tongue-in-cheek, I think. And we've got the American Werewolf in London part at the beginning. The main story of the film, and especially the ending, is all straight out of Aliens, and of course Escape from New York. In fact, the movie is pretty much a mashup of Escape from New York and Aliens with zombies. Some of the movie references I noticed are, well,
what a piece of junk!
What a hunk of junk.
You don't see them fucking each other over for a goddamn percentage.
The rules are clear. You don't see them fucking each other over.
Oh yeah? Watch this.
Watch what?
I enjoyed Tig Notaro as the wise-ass helicopter pilot. Fun fact, she was completely added in later in reshoots, but not with anyone else. She was all done in green screen or just away from everyone else. The movie is full of action. I like the idea that there are alpha zombies, which are smart, organized, and they use all the regular zombies as their Army of the Dead. It even has its own Burke. Prick. Anyone who knows me knows I love my helicopters, and this has a really good helicopter scene at the end. At 2 hours and 28 minutes long, it probably didn't need to be, and initially it did put me off watching it, but the funny thing is, when it was about 40 minutes from the end, I found myself wanting it to go on even longer. The final scene does set up a sequel, so I am looking forward to see where they go with this. Now look, this isn't Oscar-winning stuff. It's not brilliant. but I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is a B movie, and I love B movies. And this is a B movie in blockbuster clothing. And you know what? It knows it is. And I like that. It's full of silly stuff. Like, it's so over the top. There's a zombie tiger in it, and it's one of the tigers from the Siegfried and Roy show. I'd say the worst thing about it was the character of, I think her name was Kate, was Scott's daughter. She was just there to be annoying and to feck off so that Scott would have to go and find her. She basically turns into Newt so that Scott turns into Ripley and goes and gets her, leaving Tig Notaro to be Bishop. And that's exactly how it plays out. I did find myself wishing this was made 20 years ago as Escape from Las Vegas, with Snake Plissken being in charge of the team. I mean, it would have been a perfect third reason for Snake to be sent into a walled off city. Boy, would that piss him off. I rated 3.5 Burt Reynolds zombies out of a bub. So what's your favorite zombie movie? Let me know in the comments. I always reply. My favorites will include Night of the Creeps, Train to Busan, One Cut for the Dead. Don't forget to like the video before we go, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help me out. This is Death Star Killer, signing off.